We have a major update regarding Luka Doncic, his injury, and his timetable to return, as the Dallas Mavericks are currently 4-1 on the season when Luka Doncic isn't playing, and the team has been absolutely balling. They're finding new ways to win without having to lean on their superstar to do everything for them. From players from PJ Washington, who's been getting just rebound after rebound, all the way to the bench where Spencer Dinwiddie has been playing absolutely crazy. The Dallas Mavericks are finding new ways to win as other guys are stepping up, and it is looking like a championship-bound team, and only time will tell. But in this video, we're going to take a look at what's been going on with Luka Doncic, what is the timetable of when we can expect him to come back, and what can he do to help this Dallas Mavericks team continue to win games. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavericks Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, I just want to say thank you guys so much. We got over 500 likes on that last video. I asked for 300, and y'all gave me 500. I appreciate it. So I gotta ask again. Let's try to get this video to at least 300 likes. 500 if you're feeling generous, and I'd appreciate it greatly. But the Dallas Mavericks have been doing something that we haven't really seen in I don't know how long. We're winning games without our number one player, our all-star, our superstar, our MVP caliber player, Luka Doncic. And that is a good problem to have, if you even want to call it a problem. This team has been said, we've all said it, that this is the most talent that we've had on this team around Luka Doncic since he's got in the league. We've got shooters, we've got defenders, we got playmakers, we got guys that can attack the basket, we got lob threats, we've got a coach who already won a championship with as a player and as an assistant coach when he was on the Lakers, Jason Kidd. We have a team that is ready to go all the way, to go the distance. But it starts with your role players. It starts with players like Najee Marshall, who's just going crazy with his scoring runs. 4 or 5 straight games of 20-plus points. And you got guys like Quentin Grimes, who took a while to really find his role and find his niche in the team, who's starting to look like a miniature Klay Thompson, hitting quick catch-and-shoot threes, playmaking, bringing the ball down. We have a team filled with guys that know their role, they play it very well, and since Luka's been gone, everybody stepped up. Kyrie stepped up, Spencer Dinwiddie stepped up. I mean, even Dwight Powell has stepped up. We've got guys that want to win. We just made it to the finals. We know what it's like. They know what it takes to get there, and they're playing a great brand of basketball. Just the other night against the New York Knicks, a team that's fully healthy, that's 4th in the East. The Dallas Mavericks, we didn't have Luka, we didn't have Klay, we didn't have Dante Exum, we didn't have Daniel Gafford, and somehow we still beat them by 15 points in Dallas. The Dallas Mavericks are the real deal, but we are going to get better when Luka Doncic comes back from injury. That is a fact. This team can only go as far as Luka can take us. No matter how many games we win, no matter how great we look, we know what this team is capable of doing when you got Luka Doncic playing like Luka Doncic. If we take a look right here, Jason Kidd's injury update on Luka Doncic, who has missed the last 3 games with a wrist sprain. He said he looks good. Everything that has come back that he looks good and is getting closer to coming back. Kidd went on to say that Doncic is participating in individual workouts, and everything that he's heard or seen is trending in the right direction, and that's great. I honestly thought that we'd have Luka Doncic back for last night's game against the Knicks, and that's okay. We don't play again until Saturday against the Utah Jazz. That should be the game that Luka Doncic does come back. There is no official timetable. As we all know, the Dallas Mavericks are very tight-lipped when it comes to injuries. When it comes to guys coming back, you don't really hear about them coming back from an injury until the day of. Probably 30 minutes before tip-off, you find out, oh, so-and-so's back. But we do know that he is trending in the right direction. Everything looks good, which shows that the wrist sprain really wasn't that serious, that he just needed some time off. And a lot of people have shared their own sentiments that this is somewhat of a blessing in disguise. We've already talked about it before on this channel, how Luka Doncic doesn't really take any time off. We went all the way to the finals, and then Luka Doncic is like, okay, I got to go help Slovenia qualify for the Olympics. He lost in the qualifiers, but then he went to go play in Goran Dragic's good, farewell game, and then he's back for preseason, in which he missed preseason, which is fine, but then he came back when the season started, and Luka Doncic just doesn't get a lot of rest. I mean, he plays almost every single game of every season. The only season where he played less than 70 games was his second year in the league. Since then, he just always plays about 65, 66 plus games every season. The guy is a maniac. You can't stop him from playing basketball. But with this injury, forcing him to sit back, he has a front row seat to watch what his team can do when he's not there. He's not watching his team struggle to shoot the ball, struggle to find ways to win, struggle on starting the first quarter out with good energy, because the last few games, this team has come out with the right energy. And that's also led a lot of fans to think that we're better without Luka Doncic. And that's just not true. I'll say it right here, right now, that this team is not better with Luka Doncic. You can say that we play different, because we do play different. There's a lot more energy. The ball moves around a lot more. There's not a lot of stopping. That is a fact. but this team is better with Luka Doncic, not without Luka Doncic. However, we can all agree that Luka Doncic has to fit within this team. Luka Doncic is no longer the system. Luka Doncic needs to fit in this system, and when he does fit in this system, this team is going to be very, very hard to beat. When you've got defenders like PJ Washington, Najee Marshall, when you got ball handlers like Quentin Grimes, Spencer Dinwiddie, even Jaden Hardy whenever he's really feeling like it, when you got shooters like Klay Thompson, when you got bigs like Daniel Gafford and Derrick Lively, Luka Doncic has everything. The team just needs a Luka Doncic. We were one Klay Thompson away from winning the finals, but right now we're one Luka Doncic away from even making it back to the finals. But to go over something else that we got right here, the Mavs are 7-7 with and 4-1 without Luka Doncic this season, and I wouldn't look at that as saying we're better without Luka Doncic. We just play a little bit different. Obviously, this team has a very high ceiling. We have a lot of potential when Luka's playing versus when he's not playing. It's a small sample size. I wouldn't look into that saying that we don't need Luka. That's a lie. We definitely need Luka. The entire team benefits from the gravity that Luka has and the attention that he gets from the defense, where Kyrie Irving was playing like an all-star before Luka went down. And I'm not saying Kyrie's not playing very well, but he's getting more attention from the defense. He's getting double-teamed a lot more. He's got to force some of his shots instead of really letting him find his rhythm, let the game come to him. And that's allowing other players to get open because now Kyrie is getting more attention. So PJ Washington can attack the basket. Quentin Grimes can get a catch and shoot three. I mean, even Najee Marshall's been shooting threes. The team benefits when we have someone like Luka Doncic getting all the attention. But let's go ahead and look into what's actually going on with Luka Doncic as Kid breaks the silence, gives first update on Luka Doncic's sudden wrist injury. The article continues by saying Kid provides promising update on Doncic's sprained wrist, saying the Mavs have found a way to win 2 of the 3 games that Doncic has missed due to the sprained wrist that he unexpectedly suffered against the New Orleans Pelicans last Tuesday, and Mavs head coach Jason Kidd gave the first update on Doncic's status when it comes to the wrist injury on Wednesday night. Goes on to say, it's typical for Kidd and the Mavericks to limit what they tell the media when it comes to players' injuries, but the fact that Doncic is going through workouts and responding well is a good sign. Doncic has been able to catch a break this season as he has dealt with a calf contusion, knee contusion, and this wrist sprain over the last 2 months, and this week plus off should help get him back to being 100%, and that's what I was saying earlier. Luka doesn't take any time off. He was injured throughout the entire playoffs. He was injured over the summer. He still somewhat looks injured. We've seen that knee bleed several times already this season, so forcing him to sit down, cool, get some rest, get that knee looking right, get your wrist looking right, and then watch this team win, watch this team play, trust your teammates, know what you have, because it's going to be a long season. Right now, we're 11-8. We're only about 19 games into the season, but we still have a lot more basketball to go. And once when Luka Doncic is back, I just know we're going to continue to win more games. But the article does continue saying he didn't even seem to be 100% with his knee when he injured his wrist against New Orleans, and him getting this time of rest could be huge for him in returning to playing at an MVP level. This wrist injury happened so suddenly against the Pelicans, and even Doncic didn't know the exact moment it happened. He said that the pain started early on in the game, and it got worse as the game went on. Doncic dubbed his wrist injury as nothing serious in his post-game press conference from last Tuesday night, but his availability lately says otherwise. So yeah, so we know that Luka Doncic dealing with a sprained wrist. You ask him, hey, are you okay? What's wrong? He's like, no, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I'm pretty sure if it was up to Luka, he still would have played. He would not have missed a single game due to this wrist injury. That is a fact. But it is promising to know that he is recovering very well. There's nothing really said about his knee. I know he had a knee issue. He also had a groin issue earlier in the season. There's no word about that. Everything is trending in the right direction. I would be surprised if he does not play this Saturday. However, that's fine. Just take your time. Take time off. Get some rest. Watch this team play. They're up against the Utah Jazz. So I'm pretty sure Luka Doncic wants to get some type of revenge on that team for what they did last time. But I definitely want to see Luka back soon just to see how he fits with this team now as everyone's starting to gel. The chemistry's there. I mean, the team is playing a beautiful brand of basketball, and it's only going to get better once Luka Doncic comes back. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about Luka coming back? Do you think he can fit in with what we're doing, or do you think he needs a little bit more time? Let me know in the comment section down below. We could have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for making this far into the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing a giveaway every single month on this channel. The only way to enter our giveaways is to become a channel member of any tier. But till next time, y'all take care, drink water. Peace.